Good morning and welcome to this Sunday's reflection. Today is the 7th Sunday of Easter. For the church in Nigeria, having celebrated the solemnity of the Ascension of the Lord on Thursday, today we mark the 7th Sunday of Easter. But in many churches, in some parts of the world, today they are celebrating the solemnity of the Ascension. The theme for our reflection today is, "You are not of the world." The liturgy of the word today begins with the first reading from the Acts of the Apostles, chapter 1, from verse 15 to 17, and then 20 to 26. The second reading from the first letter of St. John, chapter 4, from verse 11 through to 16, and the Gospel of today from the Gospel of St. John, chapter 17, from verse 11 through to 19. The link between the first reading and the Gospel of today is prayer, communication. The first reading is aftermath of the ascension of Jesus. They needed a replacement for Judas, who has followed the path of the rebellious world. And so the disciples gathered, and through prayer, they were able to have a replacement, which is Matthias, for Judas Iscariot, in order to have the complete number of 12. And in the Gospel, Jesus also was in the context of prayer. And what was this prayer? He prayed to the Father for his disciples, those present and future disciples, that the Father will consecrate them in the truth, that the Father will protect them from the evil world. And Jesus stated that the disciples, though in the world, they are not of the world. Of course, the world that God created is good, beautiful. That is the world that we live in. But the ways of man, corrupted by sin, has brought about evil. Man has become rebellious in his choices and actions. And so Jesus prays for his followers that the Father will consecrate them in the truth. What does it mean to consecrate? It means to set apart, to set aside. In the midst of the evil of the world, that the Christians will remain faithful to the message of Jesus, to the truth of the gospel. That is the prayer of Jesus in the gospel of today. And so, my dearest brothers and sisters, as Christians, Jesus brings to our consciousness that we are living in the world, but we are not of this world. We should live like members of the kingdom. We should not follow the evil paths of the world. Hence, we need to disinfect ourselves. We need to immunize ourselves. We need to vaccinate ourselves against the evils around us, the rebellious acts of the world. That is the prayer of Jesus in the gospel of today. And so, my brothers and sisters, you and I have important role to play for our own salvation and the salvation of others. Let us ask the Lord, let us come to him in prayer like Jesus and the disciples in the first reading, so that through communication in prayer, we may enter into true communion with God and communion with one another. May the Lord bless you this day and always.